What's good, everybody? We're gonna do a two-fer tonight. I'm gonna do a 2-for-1. Turn this down so you can hear me a little bit. Because Mechee said a little thing, and it's just funny. So I don't have that much time, so we're gonna get 2 things, 3 things, 4, 5 things done at the same time. Feel like making a beat. I have like an hour, maybe an hour and a half of free time, and then I have to get back to doing what I'm doing. So we're gonna get this all in right now. Gonna get this shit in right now. If you listen to or watch Raised by Wolves, this is this little beat that I'm working on right here. You know what I'm saying? Cue up the video I want to use. I'll talk about Mechee for a second. Anybody knows me and my music, my style is different, it's unique. You ain't gonna hear my shit from somebody else. Even a remix. So let me pull out Mr. Corey Holcomb. Why is my computer running so goddamn slow? If you're hacking my computer, I'm gonna figure this shit out. Trust you me, I'm gonna figure this shit out. I have a short list of who done it, just so you know. Yeah, we guess we can use that. Hold on. All right, let's get into the hack. I'm trust that's the part I want to be on. There we go. All right. Let's get started here. Turn this up a little bit. Fade that out. Alright, so let's just jump into this. Because I'm gonna be doing a whole new beat. So let's go ahead and do no, I don't need to save changes. So I was listening to Mechee X's little stream today, and she was talking about so many fucking things that wasn't even fucking funny. Like she was talking about she was over here talking about the whole Will and Jada situation. And of course, she was talking about it from a standpoint of, well, you black men don't want to step up and y'all are so pussy and y'all don't want to stand up for violence. Basically, I caught the tail end of it, but that's the part that I caught. Maybe there was a more cogent, more intelligent argument at the beginning. If so, I don't really have time to look at it. But basically, she was talking about well, y'all need to step up and y'all need to do like Will did. And y'all need, God. I'm paraphrasing, I may be even quoting incorrectly, but that's what I caught the gist of from what the fuck she was saying. And honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bitch who thinks that Will is correct in what the fuck he was doing, if she thinks, well, Will did what he had to do, leave that bitch. Leave that bitch. If she thinks that Will did the right thing by hauling up there and slapping the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth for no goddamn reason on some simp shit, he was laughing at the fucking joke. Everything was fine. And just because of a grimace from his bitch, he decides that he can't keep his hands to himself. He can't stay in his fucking seat, right? This whole independent woman bullshit. I could do my own thing. Well, then, bitch, stand up and say what the fuck you gotta say. Embarrass yourself, okay? Show everybody that you can't take a joke. Why are you grimacing at your husband, allowing him to get up out of his seat? You knew it was not going to be anything good of him getting out of his seat, so you should have told him to sit his ass right back the fuck down. If you really was a good woman, right? You would have maintained calm and decorum in that situation and basically handled it through your publicist the very next day. But you didn't want to do that. You decided that you wanted to allow your husband to get up from his seat and slap the taste out of somebody's mouth. Not only that, but then he is on some simp shit himself, because why the fuck is he even with you? You know what I'm saying? Why is he with you? You know, honestly, everybody had a little crush on Jada Pinkett back in the day, but she ain't Jada Pinkett from back in the day. She Jada Pinkett now. She looks like a shriveled up raisin in the goddamn sun. And honestly, all that little, I don't know if it's Botox, I don't know what the hell she's using, but all that little puffy cheek shit, I don't know if that's genetics. I don't know what that is, but it's not good. That shit ain't good either. You fucked, allegedly, no, I don't know if it's allegedly or not, but you allegedly fucked your child's friend, Jaden's friend. You fucked your child's friend. And if that was reversed around, there would be so many problems. But what's going on is, like, Mechee X is basically conflating so many fucking arguments together. She's trying to be like, well, yeah, y'all should be like Will and slap up best. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, and maybe it's a hyperbole, as Tariq Nasheed may say. Take everything that I'm saying as a joke. But yeah, basically, y'all need to go up and y'all need to slap up people just like Will. Everybody need to just go to the Oscars and slap up everybody. That's what we need to do. And y'all didn't have no problem with Joe Rogan and she jumping all over the goddamn place. So let me help you out, Mechee. Let me help you out, because this is not really gonna be the major part of what I wanted to say, right? So let me go here. I want to give you the white man's definition of conflated, right? Or conflation, so that you can understand that. Well, I can't do conflated because it's past tense, so it's just going to reference you back to the root word. So let's do the definition of conflate. 1 second. Conflate. To bring together, meld, or fuse. To combine two variant texts, for example, into one whole. To blow together, bring together as if by convergent winds. This is what? Let's use the connotational definition, which is basically to merge. There we go. I have to go to Wikipedia for the connotation. Mechee is a different word that you could look up as well. Since you couldn't understand when I was speaking in your chat and saying you're conflating issues. Conflation is the merging of two or more sets of information, text, ideas, opinions, etc. into one, often in error. In logic, another word you should probably look up, as well as logical fallacies, it is the practice of treating two distinct concepts as if they were one, which produces errors of misunderstandings, as a fusion of distinct subjects tends to obscure analysis of relationships which are emphasized by contrasts. However, if the distinctions between the two concepts appear to be superficial, intentional conflation may be desirable for the sake of conciseness and recall. However, that is not the case, right, in your situation. So let's continue with the Wikipedia definition of conflation. The results of conflating concepts may give rise to fallacies of ambiguity, including the fallacy of four terms in a categorical syllogism. For example, the word bat has at least two distinct meanings: a flying animal, and a piece of sporting equipment, such as a baseball bat or a cricket bat. If these meanings are not distinguished, the result may be the following categorical syllogisms, which may be seen as a joke or pun. All bats are animals. Some wooden objects are bats. Therefore, some wooden objects are animals, right? So the Joe Rogan situation and him commenting on whether or not it was appropriate for Will Smith to slap Chris Rock, which is actually illegal. It's completely assault, right? Has absolutely nothing to do with Joe Rogan's separate situation. By conflating those two arguments, you make a weaker argument as to the argument you're trying to make, which is that black men, which I believe, or my takeaway, is that black men should be more violent, a la Will Smith. And that Joe Rogan has no means or has no ability to make a criticism of Will Smith in that situation. Yes, he does. He has a right, and it's completely appropriate for Joe Rogan as a comedian to weigh in on whether or not an audience member or heckler, basically in this situation, should be allowed to walk on stage and assault a comedian. It's completely appropriate. It's an ad hominem fallacy for you to inject race into the situation in this particular situation when it comes down to him, right? Because at the end of the day, Joe Rogan has a separate situation. And by conflating them, you're trying to devalue Joe Rogan in order to gain value for your argument. But by doing that false conflating argument that you're making, you're actually just giving him more validity. More people like me with my logical brain would say, wait a minute, you really can't tell him to shut up. He's completely relevant for him to talk. However, the question would be whether or not Spotify knew about his racist comments before they still valued his company at $100 million. That's a separate issue. That's a completely separate issue, right? Whether or not those two things are not together, right? But you're trying to make an argument that we should be more violent, in my opinion. That's my takeaway. And I just want to say this also, like, if there's anybody in the community, anybody who is in this black empowerment space, I'm going to name drop one particular person, Professor Black Truth, and his little comedic power tools segment that he possibly stole from me, or stole the idea from me when I was talking about doing parody commercials after I did that. But who knows? Who knows? Allegedly, he stole it from me, or stole that idea from me. But the reference to power tools is very interesting from a person who's anonymous. Nigga, you're anonymous to everybody except the white people at YouTube, the possible white people, if you know those white people at Blog Talk Radio, your lawyer, if he's white, all of the white people, all of the major white people in your life that give you the money and the time in order for you to do the shit that you're doing. They know who the fuck you are, but you are anonymous to the people who you claim to inform and lead with your nothing but entertainment focused commentary, right? So it's easy for you to talk about violence in that situation, but anybody in this black empowerment space who are doing these two things, just ignore the fuck out of them. If they're trying to do divisions between black women and black men, if they're doing that, fuck them. They are bullshit. They are lying through their teeth. They're not worth the salt. That they are not worth the paper they're printed on. Fuck them, right? Fuck them. Fuck them. And number two, if they're advocating violence, that is completely ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. We don't need violence in any way, shape, fashion, or form. Self-defense is a different subject. Self-defense is a different subject. But advocating, or even slightly in a parody advocating that, well, yeah, we should go up to the Oscars and slap up everybody. What the fuck? If you have anybody in these spaces that are advocating for that type of narrative, right? Those are your red flags. I'm giving you some free game. I'm giving you some free game. So with that out of the way, because I'm not really gonna spend that much time on Mechee. I'm sorry. I was backing her when she was doing the whole copyright, trademarking thing and stuff like that. I was like, okay. Then she tried to insult my intelligence when I'm saying, hey, you're conflating two. So, conflated. You niggas are using words y'all don't understand, bitch. bitch. While you looking up conflated, look up ad hominem fallacy as well, bitch. Like, honestly. And it was my comment that you were responding to, bitch. Okay? Then you up there, oh, well, we should slap up at, what the fuck are you talking about? You want to be it'd be the people with mixed ethnicities trying to validate their race that be going way too hard in the goddamn paint with shit. Like, you just sit down, eat your Polish sausage, and just relax. Relax, okay? Relax. We need to go there and slap everybody. You niggas are scared of white people. Blah, blah. Calm your ass down. Like, honestly, calm your ass down, okay? All that shit is not necessary. Not in any way, shape, fashion, or form necessary. Sit the fuck down, okay? Sit the fuck down with all that bullshit, okay? Then you're that. Well, you niggas ain't got no, the same shit she tried to sneak into the, well, you niggas y'all would never even be invited to an event like that. So y'all don't, talking down to people, Tariqa Nasheed. I guess you talking down to people, Tariqa Nasheed. You doing the same shit you was just talking about Tariq for doing. Now, I don't like Tariq, a.k.a. Borderline, a.k.a., you know what I'm saying, burner account central. I don't like that nigga in any way, shape, fashion, or form. I really don't. I really don't. There were some Africans that were pushing us, you know what I'm saying, together ideologically in those spaces when he was basically riding Happy Black Nationalist dick, which is now back from the dead. You're welcome for the shout out, you piece of shit, Happy Black Nationalist, formerly FBAJ. See, I was never formally ADOS or formally FBI. I was never formally anybody's bitch. I was never formally hanging on anybody's nutsack hairs, and I could prove that, motherfucker. Unlike a large amount of y'all just be monkey branching to one leader to the next leader because you don't have a mind of your own in order to formulate your own opinions. If you did, you would be able to see all the faults in all these people, but y'all don't really care about that. Y'all just want to be a part of a team. And so long as they feed you lines that make you sound smart on Twitter, that's all you really give a fuck about. But there were situations that were pushing us together ideologically in those spaces, but really, at the end of the day, Tariq Nasheed is a piece of shit, in my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and switch gears because I ain't got that much time to be talking about this bullshit. I'm going to actually end this so that it's not under the same name and start up another stream. And I'm going to be doing a nice little remix real quick because I got about an hour to go to do that. And then I'm going to be relaxing. And then I'm going to get to work because I got a lot of shit to do. So anyways,